Alright guys, what I have in front of me is another PlayStation 4. The model number reads CUH-1002A. Now the problem with this we are having is a Blu-ray drive issue. So we'll power this on and we'll go straight to the Blu-ray drive. Let's see what it says. So let's power this on and let's see what we get. So I think they've looked at it and there's something wrong with the Blu-ray drive, so we'll figure out what it is. Whether if it's a very slow insert or a eject problem or the sensor here is not working, so we'll figure it out. Let's have a look till this boots up. Past the blue light and into the white light. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so let's try this button here. Okay, so that works. Let's grab a disc. Let's insert this. Okay. Alright, let's see. So what it's doing is it's taking a long time for it to insert the disc. Okay, so alright, you notice that, but if I give it a little bit of a push, it'll go inside. Okay, let's try eject it. So ejecting is not a problem. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so it doesn't take the disc all the way in properly. Okay, no worries. So what we'll do now is we'll eject the disc. We'll power down this console. And then we'll take the bottom cover off, and then I'll show you how to fix this. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So bear with me while I turn this console over and undo all of the screws, all the necessary screws, and then we'll get you back into focus. Okay, so I believe, okay, so these stickers are gone. Let's turn this over, take this off, let's turn this around, and let's grab our security Torx. So what I'll do is I'll position you here so you can see better. And the problem with this is there's a spring inside that needs a little bit of tension in it to push up on the rollers to push it back out. So what we'll do is we'll quickly undo all of these screws. You don't need to take apart the whole console for this, so just the Blu-ray drive is fine. So this plate comes off. And then what you could do is just disconnect all of these connectors. So that's for the laser, that's for the Blu-ray motor. Okay, so disconnect all of those. Okay. And then this just lifts up, and there's another connector right here, which you just can pull out. Let's put that aside. There's usually one more security Torx under here, but obviously someone's taken that out. We'll have a look at this. That's the joy of consoles that come in that have been opened previously, so we don't know what's going on. Sometimes it makes it harder for us to actually find the fault, knowing that it's been opened. So regardless, so just pry up on the sides, and this drive just comes out. So there it is, and we'll put this aside because we don't need it. Okay, and we will open this. So let me just grab some tools. Okay, so there's one here, top side, two, then one here, bottom. So 1, 2 and 3, and then what you do is you just grab it, and there's a little tab here on the side which you can just pull out to the side. There's a lot of dust in here. Okay, regardless, so what happens is when this when the disc gets pushed here, so these sensors detect when the disc gets inserted here, these sensors are what detects it and what drives this motor to there's a little motor under there that pulls this in. So you can see there's a lot of dust inside here. What I'll do is I'll just quickly give this a clean. Okay, and the first thing what I like to do is I like to see if how much tension there is on this spring here. So on this roller actually. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take this out. So you can just pull up on that. That comes out. This little piece comes off. And then this roller just clips out as well, like that. There's a little gear there that stays in there. So what I'm going to do is, because this looks okay, but it's got a lot of dust and grit on it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a little tissue or a cloth, like that, and I've got my acetone, and I'm just going to clean this roller with acetone, just so I can get all this dirt off it. So what I'll do is just grab that, give that a good clean, and make that sticky or semi-sticky again. So yep, that's good. Let's put that aside. Grab the other one, same thing. Yep, nice and cool. Alright, let's not lose all of these little components. Alright, so what I'm talking about is this spring right here. So that comes off quite easily. Still a lot of dust in here, regardless. So that's what if you have a look in there, so that's what's pushing down. Yeah. So what we'll do is, because over time that's losing its recoil, to push this back up so it can insert the disc and it can accept it from there. So what we'll do is we'll take that out, and so the way I do it is I just go under here, there, and it comes out. Yeah. So, and then what I do is I look at the orientation that it goes in. So it goes in like that. So it's there, like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna grab a pair of pliers, and what I do is I just grab one end and then I just twist this back. So just twist it slightly, and then same thing with this one here. So try and make it come back into the middle, right, like that. And now when you're inserting this is going to be quite tricky, because it's quite tough, because you've put extra strength on it now. So just my gloves keep getting caught. Okay, so what you do is you insert this side in first. So you insert that side in first, and then so let that sit there, and then what you do is you grab a pair of tweezers or a pair of I like to use this, and then you just grab that and try and push it underneath like that, and there you go. So now that's got a lot more tension in it than it was before. So remember, that spring there is what's responsible for it. So now we just reinsert our rollers, and there's only one way this goes in, so that goes there. And let me grab that middle piece. That goes in there. This goes on this side. And you rotate that and then clip that in. Oops. Oops, that's stuck. Okay, and then fold that down and clip that in. Okay, so now that's got a lot more strength in it to take the disc in or feed it back out. So we will give this a partial clean. Don't run your brush over the laser or anything like that, just around it. And to reassemble this is quite straightforward. So there's that clip on the corner, and you do that and everything just locks into place, so that should just move freely. And it's just pretty much the reverse of this. And grab this one. So there's 3 screws that need to get inserted on the side. So that one there, that one there, and this one right here. Okay, so now we just grab our console. There's our console. And sometimes when you're inserting this cap here falls off, but you can just be careful with that. And go like that. And that sits in perfect. Now I'm just going to find a screw for that because I don't like leaving it like that. So these. Let me just grab a screw. Yep, so that one goes in there. Yep. And we'll grab one. Goes in there. And one more over here. And the last one is over here. So those are all of the ones that hold the Blu-ray drive together. And now what we do is grab our board here, BDP board. You guys probably remember that from the video that I changed the Renesas over. So we will connect that, connect this. I like to do this connector at the end. And before I do anything else, just going to give this a good wipe because there's so much dust on this. I don't want to put everything together and not have it work. So we will insert this. Yep. Insert that. And they just sit like that. Grab my little screw. Oops. Just magnetize my screwdriver. This is pretty easy. You just need basic tools. You don't have to go out and buy expensive tools for this. And then now I just insert this here. Should clip back in. And then my metal plate, which I'll give a clean. So if you guys are using consoles, I see so many on a daily basis that are dust logged and there's so much dust and grit inside it. So if you guys are using consoles, try and keep it on a higher ground, not on carpet, because you know, carpet has a lot of dust inside it, and that does tend to get clogged up into the fan and stuff if you're a daily gamer. So have it in a well ventilated area, and that should stop consoles from overheating. And so see so many that come in for overheating issues, and the bit at the bottom is so clogged with dust, so the heatsink that's below where the processor sits, it's so filled with dust. So those are the screws there. And then this one just goes over here at the front. Okay, so that's all connected, and then we've got this Wi-Fi Bluetooth connector goes over here. So that, I guess, that's for this. It just gets mounted there. Okay, so we will try this out, and let's see if we have success. So I'm just going to partially assemble this, not fully, just so I can test this out. So there, let's get some power. Okay, so there's power. Let's turn that on. Let's find a disc. Okay. So always try and press that button just so I know that connector that's there, it's touching the disc eject button. So let's wait for this to boot back up, and we will try and insert the disc and see how we did. Let me just grab a disc. So what I'm using is just a FIFA 15, quite an old one. So let's grab our disc, making sure it's clean. Alright, so it's booted up, and now let's try. Well, look at that, eh? Easy as that. So that's a simple fix. Remember that spring that's inside, it needs a little bit more tension because over time it does wear itself out. So we'll eject it. Okay, and then we'll try again. Smooth. So you don't have to clean the rollers, or you don't have to use acetone to clean them, but if you're using acetone, just be very careful to put minimal amount on your tissues before you put it on those rollers, because it can eat plastic away and it can eat rubber away, so be careful. So we'll try it one more time. There we go, smooth. Alright, cool. So we call that a successful repair. So what I'll do now is I will shut down the machine, put some warranty stickers on it, give it back to the person, and voila, we're done. Thank you. Hope this has helped somebody out there, and thank you for watching.